What's up? You already know how we rock. You already know how we poppin'. Loner Gaming 666 back at it again. You already know. Down for me, down for me, down for me. Hey, we got it. We got another message or something like that. You know, it just popped up like a couple minutes ago. Let's see what we're talking about.
Russian forces are launching a new large-scale offensive in the eastern part of the country, calling it Phase 2 of its special military operation. Well, this morning in the besieged port city of Mariupol, reports of intense shelling at a steel factory. Video showing plumes of smoke rising from the plant. Ukraine says dozens of families have been sheltering at that factory now for weeks, and those inside say conditions are deteriorating. Food and water now is limited. CNN correspondent Matt Rivers is reporting from Lviv in western Ukraine, and CNN senior correspondent Ed Lavandera is in the capital city of Kyiv. Matt, first to you. President Zelensky says Russian forces have now started the battle for Donbass in eastern Ukraine. What are we seeing unfold in the country this morning?
Yeah, safe to say that we have now officially seen the beginning of what we have been waiting for days, if not weeks now, which is this ramped up, intensified Russian offensive designed to capture the Donbass region in the eastern part of the country. We heard yesterday afternoon from first regional military officials in places like Donetsk and Luhansk saying that they believed that this offensive had begun, and it was late last night in his evening address. The President Zelensky also said the same thing, stepped up tanks, artillery, lots more ground troops. You're talking about tens of thousands of Russian troops that have been repositioned into the eastern part of the country, and they now trying to move south and east to capture the Donbass region. We know that certain towns in the area, Ukrainian towns, have fallen, like Kremenna, for example, to Russian forces, with Ukrainian officials saying that they have what they have calling a tactical retreat in that area. But we also know that front lines across the region,
that's crazy,
are putting up a
crazy
seeing,
crap going on.
Ukrainian officials, is a change in tactics on the part of the Russians because of what they learned from what they didn't do correctly in the northern part of the Ukraine during their failed attempt to capture Kyiv.
That's crazy. Wow, we got a little commercial, y'all. Boom.
The enemy is changing tactic, and that is confirmed, and that is the reason for that is that it has suffered losses in terms of heavy artillery, in terms of its weapons, and also personnel. They're forced to be more economical in terms of how they use their force, and they have to focus on certain areas.
What we know, though, is that this is not going to be a quick campaign here. We're talking about battles that will go on for weeks and could be bloodier than anything we've seen so far.
The true battle for the country is yet to unfold. Matt, thank you. Well, Ed, I want to get to you there in Kyiv because Ukrainian officials say that Russian forces are shelling the Azovstal steel factory in that besieged port city of Mariupol. We've seen images.
You already know how we rock. Y'all know, continue following us, continue viewing us. We out.